Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Are you ready for the class? Okay. Today I am going to discuss on importance of photosynthesis and respiration. Here I am going to explain the importance of photosynthesis and respiration with short note. So if you are ready with notes and notebook and book, that will help you. So first I am going for the photosynthesis. You know, both of the processes are biological process. So if I want to write something about the photosynthesis, I have to start with the point that it is a biological process. So and it also develop a breeze between living world and sun. Why it is written that it develops a breeze between living world and sun? Because sun is the primary source of energy for all living beings. So this photosynthesis is a process, biological process. It develops a bridge between living world and sun. Now, which way and how many ways photosynthesis can help or benefited for the living being? So here some of the points also discussed in your book, so I am trying to discuss also those points. So I have it is written in your book in a paragraph, so I have selected some of the points and giving the heading of the points. So if I start with the points, how does the photosynthesis helping us, then it will be like this. Point 1, photosynthesis is the primary source of energy, and it is if the plant cannot absorb the energy from the sunlight, the other living being already have learned it cannot get their energy. So it can be said plants through the photosynthesis first point is plant absorb the solar energy and that is transformed into chemical energy in the food. What is the food made by the plant? That is carbohydrate. So that carbohydrate is used up by the plants and other organisms as their food to use up for the another process that is called respiration. So what will be the second point? Dependence. All the plants, even the animals, also depend on the food produced by plants. What is the food? That is carbohydrate. Produced by photosynthesis. So I need more space. I have a small board. I can write so many things together. So I'm going to wipe them out. Why the food is needed by other living organisms? For the process of respiration. So third point can be that means provide materials. What are the materials? That can be carbohydrate, lipid or protein, whatever, for the respiration to get energy. So what can be the next one? Keep balance in atmospheric components. Keep balance for atmospheric components means we know the byproduct of photosynthesis is oxygen. That oxygen is used up by the all living organisms to use in respiration, and in respiration the byproduct is carbon dioxide. So by this it is a reciprocal. So the carbon dioxide produced by respiration is used by the plant, and the plant use oxygen that is used by all living beings. So especially carbon dioxide and oxygen. You know that the composition of the air is nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases. So among them, carbon dioxide and oxygen is very important for the living world. So I already have said how do they are helping us, each other, all the living beings. So keeping this balance, photosynthesis is very important. You know, actually the normal percentage of this carbon dioxide and oxygen in the air is 0.03% and oxygen 20.95%. This balance is kept by the process of photosynthesis. So what can be the another one point? Contribution in civilization. So how the photosynthesis contribute in civilization? You know, in the developing world, the need of the people increased. So for this reason, people become directly or indirectly depends on the plants. And what are the reason for that? That is the food, medicine, and raw materials for industries and so many things. So by this way, people can improve their life and they also get a better life for that by depending on the plants. By this way, the civilization flourished in different ways, and if there is no photosynthesis, there will be no civilization. The civilization will be ruined, and by this way, all living beings can be destroyed. So it is the way. It is so big, so I am not going to write it. So this is the contribution of its civilization of photosynthesis. And most of all, the most important function of photosynthesis, that is making food for itself. So the green plant making their food by itself. So that's all about the importance of photosynthesis. So today's my class will be short because I'm going to discuss about the importance of respiration. You know, the respiration is also a biological process, and it is the main process of energy production, and without this, this energy is used for the bodily and cellular activities. So what we write about the respiration? First point should be process, and it is the main process of energy. Energy is used for bodily, that is the work, physical work that we are doing, that also need energy, and the inside the body, in the cells, the all the thousands of work are occurring, all the time. That also needs some energy. So it also helps or supply energy for the bodily activities and cellular activities. And previously that the two of the videos uploaded, there I explained elaborately about the process of photosynthesis and the process of respiration. I thought you have to go through the videos and you could try to understand better. So if you do not understand the processes, then the importance will be not able to clear for you. So now these are the mainly I have written about the respiration and their involvement of respiration that I am going to write. So I need the space. I am going to wipe out the board. Students, are you able to understand? Okay. I have categorized the importance of respiration in three groups. First, the respiration importance for the plants. First point, plants. How the respiration is helping the plants. First of all, previously while I was writing the points on photosynthesis, there I have written these are the reciprocal processes. Each one is dependent to one another. So here is the very common points. The carbon dioxide is produced after respiration. It's a byproduct. And it's harmful for the animals, but plants is very important for the plants for the photosynthesis. So first point will be carbon dioxide produced one of the more main component for photosynthesis. So second point, after that, using the carbon dioxide, plant making food, and the food are carbohydrate, lipid. Carbohydrates photosynthesis is used up for ATPs. What is the main purpose of the respiration? We already have learned. The food molecules oxidized and turn into energy coil, that is called ATPs. So carbohydrate, lipids and proteins. Plants itself is using its product that is produced by photosynthesis for the energy production like ATPs. So what is the third point for importance for the plants? In previous chapter, while you are learning about diffusion, osmosis and absorption, there you have learned there are two types of diffusion. One is passive diffusion, another one is active diffusion. So what happens in passive diffusion? Passive diffusion, the kinetic energy in the molecules helps the molecules to move from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Can you remember? There is no extra energy is needed, but here the most of the mineral salts absorbed from the soil as ions. Ions cannot enter to the cell directly by passive diffusion because always minerals cannot go inside the cells directly as molecule. That has to be breakdown into ions, and when ions are charged particles, when the charged particles need to enter to the cell, that time another energy is required to help them to get in to the cell. For this reason, active absorption, and most of the mineral salts are absorbed by the root by the process of active absorption. There the energy is needed that is supplied by respiration present in root, that the mitochondria. So extra energy is needed for the absorption of mineral ions. So we can write the third point for the plants. For active absorption of mineral ions, energy is supplied by respiration. Energy from respiration. So it's one of the most important function for the plants, that active absorption. Otherwise, there is no way to absorb mineral ions by the plant without the presence of energy. And without mineral ions, plants cannot make. Carbohydrate is made by the photosynthesis, but lipids and proteins are produced when the carbohydrate react with different kinds of minerals and turn into lipids and proteins. So this is the importance for the plants. Why the respiration is important for the plants. I have just described here 3 of the points, but there are more points. But this much is enough for you. This was the first point, and first point has 3 sub points. What will be the second point? Think yourself. Write down. Write in a comment box. What will be the second point? There is no comments? How respiration helps in growth and development. That is another important point. Another question is, how does the respiration helps in growth and development? You know, I already said previously that every action occurring in the body need energy. So when the cell divisions are going on, avoid the cell division, mitosis cell division is needed, everything is happening in the cell need energy. So when the cell division is going on in the cells, without energy they cannot divide. So if the cell cannot divide, the growth will be stopped. So by energy supplying for the cell division, which helps for the growth and development. One sub point, of all organisms. Okay, supplies energy for cell division. Why is energy supplies for cell division? How does cell division helps for the growth and development of all organisms, even microorganisms to the higher organisms. So there is subpoint, only one subpoint. Let's go for the third one. I am not getting any comments from you. Can you imagine what would be the third one? Oh, there is no comments. Oh yes, important for the not only the animals, all the living organisms exist on this earth. Without respiration, they can't exist. And this is the energy is the source of all life, you know. So no one can. So third one can be industrial uses. That means I can write anaerobic respiration. Role of anaerobic respiration. Can you remember what is anaerobic respiration? Can anyone remember in previous videos I have explained this elaborately and clearly. You have to go through them always. Always you have to go through again and again. That will make your understanding, knowledge clear. So role of anaerobic respiration. You already have learned respiration completed following by two steps. One is aerobic respiration, another anaerobic. Aerobic respiration need oxygen. And anaerobic respiration without oxygen can produce energy. So what is happening here? When athletes or someone exercise very fast, so that time the energy required for the body or the tissues or the muscles which are working more of the body, that time the blood circulation process of the body cannot supply that rate of oxygen. So that is the rate. I know our heartbeat or pulse is fixed. So when they are vigorously working, that time more energy is needed. So blood cannot supply the amount of oxygen needed for that action. So for in that cases, on that part of the body, that will be muscles or tissues, anaerobic respiration takes place without the presence of oxygen. So for that reason, one of the things is produced that is called lactic acid. So it is one of the process of instant energy supply for the athletes and other. So what can be the first point? It supplies instant energy for the athletes. Clear? So what is another point I think you know, that is the microorganisms are unicellular organisms. They do not have organ system. So they also need to respire, they also need energy. So who will take the oxygen to them and how they will be circulate inside the body? So for that reason, microorganisms like bacteria and yeast respire in this process, anaerobic respiration. That means microorganisms get their energy by the process of anaerobic respiration. Respiration. You know, there are more uses of anaerobic respiration. So I need space, I'm going up. And you know, when the microorganisms produce their energy by anaerobic respiration, that time the energy is produced that is very less. But the byproduct is very important for other purposes, that is ethanol, or ethanol is a kind of alcohol that is used in the industries to make so many things like car, cheese and other things. Not only that, soap, detergent, so many things, medicines. So etc. by the process of fermentation. By the process of fermentation. Did you understand how important is anaerobic respiration? And sometimes microorganisms are not enough to fermented to produce ethanol. And sometimes sucrose and glucose also used in the industries to produce lactic acid. You know, when the anaerobic respiration takes place in animals, then it produces lactic acid, and when it occurred in microorganisms, that time it produced ethanol. So lactic acid can be produced using glucose and sucrose, because animals use glucose and sucrose for the production of energy. So we can write another point for this. Glucose, sucrose, these are the primary product for the respiration, etc. There are different kinds of carbohydrate. Those are used in the industries for the production of lactic acid. Lactic acid, and this lactic acid is used for different purposes. And finally, another point can be written: the ethanol produced by the yeast, that is also used for the ethanol and carbon dioxide. When they are producing as a byproduct ethanol, with this, that is producing another product that is called carbohydrate. Here also, when producing lactic acid, that time also byproduct is carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide is used. That carbon dioxide produced is used to inflate cake, bread, etc. Okay, that's all for today. And these are the functions of respiration. To the point, I have given you the notes. I think this will help you. And I have explained here precisely. There is no more needed to add with that. And this much is enough for your learning. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.